for today. The topic is the Wesley Foundation at Tennessee State University, and we have with us the director or the campus minister, is that
Yes.
of the Wesley Foundation at Tennessee State University. And of course, Reverend Franklin, before we end this show for today, let's recognize that in order for you to construct this facility, that there will have to be some additional financial resources. I think you said that it's a $1.2 or $3 million project, and I'm sure that that money is not just going to come out of the air. What are some of the things that you believe people can do to assist you in that project? And in addition, I also understand that the church has another program called the College Fund that you might be able to give us some information about these programs, because students and others need to know about the financial resources that are available.
Okay. Well, certainly the church is sponsoring this Capital Funds campaign, and local churches and clergy are being asked to provide contributions and support. I've certainly had to make a pledge, and I've been paying on my pledge for this project because it's a vision I believe God has for us and for our campus. And through that, I think a major portion of our support will come, but we are certainly open to persons making contributions outside of that. Any contribution that is made should be made to the Together We Can campaign. And for more information, persons can contact me at the Wesley Foundation, 615-327-4651. But contributions can be made in many ways. Persons can have naming opportunities. There are many different rooms, spaces that are for the building, and there are amounts that can be pledged towards a naming opportunity. And there are many famous United Methodists who are related to Tennessee State University, such as Coach Ed Temple, to name one, I'm proud to say. This is a wonderful naming opportunity for persons who would like to contribute to the building program and support the history of TSU. So we just encourage, and it doesn't matter, you do not have to be United Methodist to support this, and so we certainly encourage that. The Black College Fund of the United Methodist Church is a part of our Division of Higher Education and Ministry of the General Church. It is an opportunity for the church, for the denomination, to help support those historically black colleges that were developed for African American students. There are about 11 of them, I believe, across the country. And I'm proud that I have a daughter that's attending one of them, Bethune-Cookman College in Daytona Beach, Florida. And I'm really excited about that special experience that she gets, as well as other students get that participate in the Black College Fund. This fund is supported through the apportionments of local churches, but also, I'm sure, accepts support from other agencies. And Dr. Jaretha Capers is the director of that office, and I would encourage persons, if I don't have the information with me on how to contact her, but again, if you call me at the Wesley Foundation, I'll be happy to pass that information on to you. It's a wonderful program, and I'm so proud of the schools that we are supporting through the Black College Fund.
The church itself actually supports these historically black institutions. Is that what we're saying?
Yes, most of the support for these institutions do come from the church. That support does come from the church, but also certainly alumni contributions and other special contributions. And for example, with the Bethune-Cookman Chorale, they do spring tours, in which that's an opportunity for them to gain support as the choir goes across the country. They do concerts, and the other schools have other special programs as well. So we just ask for persons to please help to support these important schools. And they are beneficiaries of the United Negro College Fund as well. So we just encourage folks to continue to support these special institutions.
And so you've been at Tennessee State University since 1995?
Well, actually, in June of '96, I began as a campus minister there. What I didn't say in my personal history is that while I was a student at Tennessee State in the 70s, I participated in the Wesley Foundation. Dr. Joe Shelton, the pastor of Hillcrest United Methodist Church, was my first campus minister, and now Bishop James King was my campus minister before I graduated. So I have a special attachment to this campus ministry because of my experience and how it has helped to shape my life. And it's just really important to me to have this opportunity to give back to this community. It's been a blessing. And I mean, I have children who are college age, and so as a mom, it's kind of neat to stay connected to young people like these.
Very good. And of course, Reverend Franklin, we've got about a minute and a half here. And let me just thank you, and before I give you an opportunity to make a couple of final statements, let me just thank you for coming by and giving us that information about the Wesley Foundation. I think that most of the people who've driven down Jefferson Street and on that corner will recall your facility, the green building there, and they might not know what is going on there, but I think now they've got a fairly good idea of what is going on in the Wesley Foundation and some of the needs that you have, and we want to thank you for coming by and giving us that kind of information. Let's give you the last 50 seconds that we have here before we call it an end for today to make some final statements.
Okay. Well, again, this is just a blessing to be able to serve in ministry in this capacity. College students are often written off by many people. They're a creative bunch of young people, energetic, and many times local churches don't do enough to stay connected, not only to college students, but to young adults in that 20 to 30 year age group. So to be able to help and to provide ministry and to assist students to use their gifts in ministry is really a wonderful opportunity for me. I do want to say too that other campus ministries need support. I'm thankful for the support I get through the United Methodist Church, and I just want to encourage
and let
others.
us thank you for coming by and giving us that information today, Reverend Franklin. And let me encourage our audience to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you and good morning.